faster and it gives more stability. This is exactly we require in BSNL. As a new management, please think about it. What will happen? I have a question now. Amit, please don't take, otherwise this is a very beautiful photograph I have of you, right? Don't take it otherwise. If you do not take the talent, this is what is going to happen. Look at this, right? If you do not manage the talent, I tell you, you don't identify our talent, but other associations have identified. Initially we are not part of JAC. Now we are part of JAC. They know young people are there, they can shout better, they can song better, they can do everything better. So they already identified my talent. If you do not use my talent now, they are going to utilize my talent. And this is the talent we are going to grow. You check yourself whether you are going to utilize this kind of talent, promote this kind of talent, or you are going to promote the talent which I already described. So this is exactly I wanted to share. So I thank one more time the entire organizers, all of you giving me a wonderful time to express my views. Thank you very much. Thanks actually. One person came and said, your father said one story, why you not revealed to me? I'm sorry, I forget about it. I know somebody is watching keenly. I told you I was actually crossing the railway track, right? My father saw that, and when I came to pick him back, then he asked me one question. You saw me, I'm a physically handicapped person, right? I have a choice to walk across the railway track. It's very easy for me, but I'm still climbing the footstep bridge and coming to the place. But you're physically fit, so much fitness you have, but why don't you use it? Then he taught me a lesson. The disability will not be physical, disability will be mental. I am mentally disabled, my father is physically able, though he is physically disabled. Now this question I am raising to the management. You keep lot of mental disability. Physically you are not disabled. You can't do, whenever I come and give a proposal, you say, no, we cannot do this. It's mentally you're blocked. Your disability is in the mind. So please come out of this disability and make sure that you use your abilities to the fullest extent to promote the talent which is already available in front of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation on the subject. We are hopeful that management shall surely think deep on this to manage the available resource and talent for better future of BSNL. And also, as far as competition is concerned, better late than never. Failure is nature's plan to prepare you for great responsibilities. Okay. Now I request Shri P. Raghavan. Okay, now I request Shri K. Srinivasan, CGMT QA, to share his views on this subject.
Respected Shri A.N. Rai, Director HR and Enterprise Business, Shri Shilav Rao, Shri Manjunath, Shri Raghavan, Shri Shubhendu Ghosh, Shri Sudhakar, Shri Aruna Kumar, other dignitaries on the dais, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. We had a very explosive talk from Shilav Rao. I really enjoyed every word that has been spoken. There are a lot of truths in what he has told, and there are a lot of corrections to be done. In other administrations, what I come across is they have what is called as competence analysis being done at regular intervals. After the competence analysis, they know who are the people best suited for what type of job. Then they have the competence development being taken up for such people identified for a specified job. And then the competence skills are maintained, nurtured for these people in those organizations. And as far as possible, they don't shift the people from one plane where they have established their competence to another plane. So this sort of motto or philosophy if followed in BSNL, could have far-reaching effects. I do hope that all the senior management at the circle level as well as at the board level can consider this, because I was one among the members who had been sent on a ITU fellowship program on this subject at Sweden, and they were also a telecom company like the PNT or the DOT, a telecom company, a government controlled telecom company. They were thrown open to competition with all the major MNCs, but their policy of competence development, competence analysis worked for them, and they were able to stave off the competition that was posed to them by all these private MNCs. And at that time, they were still number one in Sweden. At that time, Sweden had the highest tele-density in the world, and they continue to remain number one. So I don't see any reason why we should also not adopt the same practices. I have some urgent work, and therefore I requested our President and Secretary, All India Junior Engineers Association, to permit me to leave, and I had also requested the Director his permission to leave the audience. I thank you for having given a patient hearing. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Shri Shubhendu Ghosh, PGM BGTD, to share his valuable views on the subject.
Good afternoon, everybody. Namaskar. Respected Director HR DB Shri A.N. Rai, respected CGM QA Shri K. Srinivasan, respected Sri Raghavan CGM Karnataka Circle, Mr. Shilu Rao, Mr. Manjunath, Mr. Nagavi and Mr. Hida Magdur, my dear friends, Mr. Krishnamurthy, other friends of the dais, my dear young friends, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it's a privilege for me to be on stage. Thank you for inviting me. It's years since I went into a young audience of this. Yes, it happened last year at the IIM, and which the next time it's happened to me here, a young, bright audience. Maybe a little more smile would make you younger. Well, I look at the world in a different way, so pardon me for my ignorance or for my views. I see it a little more optimistically. Nobody asked me to join BSNL. Nobody invited me over here. I came here on my own almost 33 years back, and I'm still here. And I'm proud to be here. Things have gone right, things have gone wrong. There's always been difficult days, stressful days, days in which you feel you got to come back again and start the problem all over again. Days which were tiring, but I think, honest, believe me, there's never been a bad day. We've come a long way since what we first saw when we stepped into this department, where we had open wire systems, we had to work in the field. journeys were performed by bus, and there was hope that one day we would smile. We smiled very fast, believe me. This department, just as it given me, I'm sure it's going to give you years of happiness, years of peace. It's given me what I am today. It's given me my family. It's given me journeys across the world. There's only one thing which I stuck on with: faith in my colleagues and faith in the government of India. Yes, you may not agree to certain things. You may want something more. That's human nature. We strive for better results and better rewards. But doesn't prevent us from having a feeling in the mind that we are still the best. The topic is very appropriate: talent management. The first thing which I'm sure all of you will believe I do is, because there's talent, I need to manage talent. And talent is there. There are two things, and that talent is young. That's the value addition. There is talent which is a little more elderly, that has got value addition, talent plus experience. So everywhere where there's talent, there's bound to be some benefit out of it, and that talent needs to be managed. But the issue is, when you manage talent, the talent has to also be prepared to work in the most adverse of conditions. This department, these are entirely my personal views. It doesn't have any link with my position. These are my feelings. This department is a service-oriented department. This department earns most of its revenues from outside this room. Unlike a supermarket whose revenues are earned from inside the store. So, if I got to know this department properly, I have to know the outside world, the outside environment, and coupled with my talent, my qualifications, my experience, make it go further. So dear friends, I have a request to all of you. Nowhere in India would you get a view of Pan-India other than BSNL. There is no other department where you get a view of all India like BSNL. Utilize it, capitalize on it. You may not change your job, but it certainly adds value to your life. Probably if you go home today, a BSNL product may be still the only PSU product you are using at home. Maybe, nobody compels you. You may be having a State Bank of India account, I don't. Maybe, nobody compels you. You look at tariffs across the country of a telecom service provider. I don't know whether you will be able to find a more economical and a lower tariff than a BSNL tariff. I don't know. So the issue comes, it is for us to ensure that BSNL grows. There will be hurdles on the way, there will be obstacles, but as I said, it's time for us to go ahead and manage with what we have to the best of our ability. There was a presentation by Shilo Rao who talked about the right place at the right people at the right place. I would modify it slightly as I have done in Bangalore. I haven't succeeded to my heart's content yet. A willing person to a willing place. It had difficulties. I believed in giving postings to people where they wanted as an experiment. And then when I went to outdoor selling, I found people telling me They took the posting near their house. They wanted to lessen time for commuting. I agreed for it. I had no file on my table even today asking for transfers, hardly. People were satisfied. I felt I had achieved something unique. I didn't. Because when I wanted people to sell products, to have melas, they said, sir, अरे हमारा घर तो